I've been hanging out of town in the low-down rain, watching Good Time Charlie Friendlies are driving me insane. Now down on shady Charlotte Street, oh, the green lights look red. Wish I was back home on the farm in my feather bed. When I give myself a rocking chair to see if I can lose them thin dime, hard time, hell on Church Street blues. Town, there's a coming up a storm. Oh, your river's dark and muddy, where the green swamp willows grow. Well, 9 more days and I'll be home, oh, back in from the road. Well, 9 more days and I'll be home, back in off the road. Well, howdy folks, welcome to the channel here. My name is Eric Lindberg. I'm a guitarist, banjoist, multi-instrumentalist, composer, songwriter, producer. As long as I can remember, I've been all these things. I only had one real job in my life as I was at a bagel shop in high school, but that's a story for another day. So I'm a full-time musician, and I lead a band with my wife called Nefesh-Mountain Band, and we're on the road all the time. And between writing songs, playing songs, and traveling all the time, I felt it to be almost my duty to start some sort of channel here that has all of the content that I'm not able to put out on our other pages or on Instagram or whatever. You know, in a world of incoming artificial things, I think real music it's kind of become like the rebellion against the computers a little bit. I just feel like playing real instruments is so important to me, and I wanted to share my take on this stuff as we travel and as we kind of get going on the road. You know, this is the first video of what hopefully is many, as much as I can get to in spare time. We're on the road, and we're in the middle of this storm, or at the end of it, rather. So we were supposed to be in Nashville on Tuesday, playing at 3rd and Lindsley, and that got canceled, and we were supposed to be in Lexington today, Wednesday the 28th of January. And that got canceled. A show at the Burl. We're going to reschedule those. So we camped out. My wife and I are here with our daughter in this really lovely little cabin in Old Fort, North Carolina. I'm surrounded by mountains and trees and all the things that make me happy. And I'm also surrounded by all my instruments. This is my Preston Thompson. Really beautiful. This is my only go-to acoustic dreadnought at the moment. Little beautiful inlay there. I'm going to do something on this guitar at another piece, but I'm also surrounded by a Strat and an SG, and my telly's right here, and my amp is here, my beat up deluxe reverb, and a whole pedal board, because this is what we travel with on the road. And I say all this because we are finding some time, trying to make the old lemonade out of the lemons of the storm. And we've gotten to write a bunch of songs. So in thinking of some content and ways I can share whatever my little corner of the musical universe is, and any insight into what happened, for me, my whole thing is touring, writing, playing music, trying to practice these things, trying to juggle it all. And it's almost impossible most days, but you just kind of stick with it. And this week I've kind of hit a little bit of a writing growth spurt and came up with a bunch of tunes. I've been filling up different books and trying to plan for a new record, and we'll be in the studio soon. A lot of it inspired by being here in North Carolina in the hills, and of course the music that I love, Norman Blake and Tony Rice and Doc Watson and a lot of that stuff. But the writing is the thing for me that really helps hone the voice that I want to have on all these instruments. All my favorite musicians, I have a million favorite guitar players that are super badass, but the people who really stick with me write their own tunes. So what I would say is try to write some stuff, you know, even if it's just 4 chords or I mean, heck, shirt I'm wearing says 3 chords and the truth, funny enough. So even if it's 3 chords, the truth being the key ingredient, that you just put yourself in it, put the melody in it. And I think that that's how you kind of define your own sound over the years. And I don't know if I've gotten there, but that's the search, that's the thing. So trying to write with all these different flavors and textures, and one of the things on my mind a lot is how to balance anything these days, how to balance songwriting and practicing and trying to, for me, keep up flat picking. Each instrument is really its own like entire universe. Maybe I'll play a little bit. Strat's also a story for another day, because it's kind of a new old guitar for me, and kind of a homecoming playing the Strat. And of course you've got And I think the balance is hard for all of us that are trying to learn how to do this stuff well. And for anyone out there that's struggling, that is trying to balance life with practice, you just make time. You have to kind of force it out like it's going to the gym, you know, going to work, and really committing to that thing that drives you, because the thing that drives me is the sound of all of this stuff under this big, beautiful Americana thing. So welcome to the channel. This is the first official video. Wood, wire, and watts. I think that'll be the name. Kind of all things real, all things that exist in this world that I don't need to look at this stupid thing for. These are the things that I'm obsessed with, like so many of us out there, that we are searching for that tone and searching for the gear that inspires us. So hopefully I'm going to share a bunch of videos on the gear that I like, and the reason I like them, not just because they're the cool thing on the pedal board or the hip guitar. You know, there's definitely a lot of stories, like the Thompson folks, for me, out in Sisters, Oregon. You know, I met them at a bluegrass festival at Wintergrass, and the folks there are just so kind and amazing, and every guitar I picked up just had a completely different voice unto itself. So, you know, I'm going to talk more about the Thompsons, but the story for me is much more personal. It's much more like, this is the sound that I was going for, and now it feels like they're a part of my family here in our band. You have to have your personal thing with it. It can't just be something cool, but I'll get to more on that in a later video. Check out our band, Nefesh-Mountain Band. We're on the road all the time. We'll be at the Troubadour in March. Love y'all. Thanks for stopping by, and everyone stay safe. Be nice to each other. See you next time, folks.